Hello, welcome to Japan on the Go, to Fukuroda Falls in Ibaraki prefecture of Japan. This is one of the most tourist attraction destinations in Ibaraki prefecture. I started my day with Vietnamese coffee. This is a traditional method of making coffee. We prepare like a filter and a grass and put the hot water from the top, and the filter will just really let water drop down slowly. And this is a very strong coffee, so just only drink some and you can really get alert for the whole day. That reason why I started drinking some coffee before I go for the trip. Before we plan to go to the trip, we visited a kind of shrine that is it look like pagoda, but it's not pagoda because there isn't Buddha inside. We came here to pray for having good luck because my wife now in the last month of pregnancy, and before driving, I want to really pray for having safe driving. But the day we came, uh, got a very big impression of how peaceful the place is, and there a, a part of this place there's a flower show and the lantern really ready there. It's likely that they are going to celebrate for an event here, and it is called Hoa Cúc in our country. It's like a kind of very big daisy flower, but the size of here really much bigger than the similar one in my country. There are three main colors: the yellow, the pink, the bubble, and white. In fact, there are four, but here they are very much more impressive. Before praying, as usual, we wash our hands. But with Japanese people, they even wash their face. So that is just a custom. And we pray for having good luck. And please, if you watch this one, you can wish for like good things as well. We we can see that the designs of the building in the these kinds of strain of pagoda really similar to the other. It's so how to say that very symbolized that that is it the very common designs in the whole Japan where I visited before. A lot of big trees, so I guess that this pagoda was created very long time ago. We started our trip around 8 o'clock from Tsukuba with five people, my family, my wife and I, my mother-in-law, and two other friends. They are learning in the same university where my wife now working and studying, and for sure that my little baby inside. Both sides of the streets that we go there, we see a lot of good things, and one of the most impressive things that I see here is that it's the landscape outside. When I go through the villages, that is signs so physically um, and very impressive. The drivers here, they really drive safely, they follow the rules, so I did not get so stressed of driving here. And they only allowed to drive with lower 50 kilometers per hour, so I found it quite slow, and that reason why it took us around 2 or even a little more to get there in our to our destination. The parking area was quite full the day we came, but along the way we got up to the stream was very spacious. There are a lot of restaurants with a lot of delicious food and souvenirs and very tasty drinks. We saw these kinds of food everywhere in Japan when we visit a place. And let's see, the day we came, there are a lot of transparency between summer and autumn. So the tree leaves really turn from green to yellow or red or oranges. And the stream here flow very calmly, peacefully, and down below there are the how to say catfish, but here they say koi fish. And above the side, I see the cranes flying on the top of your head, and you can really see that that view is so very spectacular. And there's a very beautiful sidewalk that you can really enjoy walking here from the place you park your car to the upstream. It takes around I think 30 to 1 hour walking if you walk slowly and take photographs. A lot of stops that you can have a very good views there. Yeah, this is some piece of thing that I saw a mushroom in the side of the way I went there. I did not pick up that one because that just broke. I just saw and took a photo. I decided to buy two figs here after he grew. It cost around 1,000 yens for two. It's quite expensive as a guess, but after eating, we said that it's really deserved because that is so delicious and tasty. Even they just did really grill raw fish without any special recipes. But the meat of this fish is very very good. So I I ate almost everything just except for the bones. Then um, I stopped by like a corner of this way to Bray because there are a lot of corners like this where they really design the spot that people can drop by and pray for having good lucks. It costs only 300 yen for adult and 200 yen for young people. Um, there are a lot of conveniences so that people won't feel any big challenges walking there because there's a tunnel down on the ground leading you to the lift and you can go on the top easily. But then there are a lot of stops, as I said, that you can really take a lot of good photographs and a lot of signals, a lot of information along the way you go, so you can read the information about. But luckily that my Japanese level is still very limited, so I could not really read and understand anything. But I believe that this fall is one of the most beautiful ones in Ibaraki prefecture or in general of Japan. And let's see that how their falls really reflect from the mirror. We got line and take a lift up to the upstream of the fall. There are a lot of people waiting for that, and this is time for us to spend for watching some photos hanging on the wall. And then finally we got there. A lot of people got already there. At first we thought that we was one of the one who came here very early, but then we found out that many other people they were already there. And after staying for a couple of minutes on the top, we walking down, finding something to eat because at that time we got hungry. And my friend suggested that we should eat something that really relevant to Japanese noodle because there are many delicious noodles there. It's called ramen, udon, or um, soba. My friend chose soba, and we got like inside the on the lift, and then we walk down to another side. The restaurant here look quite old, but it's convenient, and we have a very good place to sit down and view back the fall once again before we walk down. And there's some pictures, some statues that we can see that is designed. We got line again to buy food. It doesn't cost a lot to eat a bowl of ramen here. It costs us around I I as I remember it costed around 7,000 yen per one, or a little more. There are a lot of tiny birds here that they build up the net on the top and then they feed them by their own food. And the food got ready after a while. I ate very fast because I was so hungry. So as look, we have different kinds of noodle with different colors. My sister-in-law, she really enjoyed the food. See, aside, we went back to our parking area. I saw the koi fish, wild dog swimming, and people still going up and down the side. The landscape so perfect. There are a lot of pine trees and bamboo along the side, so it makes this area so green, very spacious, and the forest so calm and peaceful. As I said, I very appreciate the design of the nature, how it really make a wonder for the world, where people can really enjoy after hard working days and come here to recharge themselves. So perfect. So we stopped by some souvenir shop to buy something that I can bring back home for our friends. Then I saw a lot of things like even that slingshot also sells here. We see a lot of small things that we can buy. And we capture a very long line waiting to buy apple pies. So we realized that there's really famous apple garden around here. So we decided to stop by a apple garden. So then we visited an apple garden along the way we got back. So there are thousands of apple fruit and that's just a size of the road so that we could stop easily. We took some pictures, bought some apples, and then brought it back to our home. Then when we got home, the apple fruit here tastes very good. It's really much better compared to the normal apples in the supermarket because it's sweeter and how to say it's crumbly. It's not really like the that fresh in supermarket. Somehow when we buy it after they stay for quite long times, few weeks, it doesn't really taste as it's fresh as when we bought here from this garden. Yeah, it's time to go back home after the trip here. Let's see how beautiful the landscape is. It was so beautiful day, so we very enjoyed the day, and I feel so satisfied with the trip, and I would highly recommend for anyone who plan to go somewhere. If you live in Ibaraki or somewhere around, it's really worth to have a trip to visit this place. It's so beautiful, and there are some other tourist destination around this place. It takes around 30 up to 1 hour driving, so you should not miss it. So goodbye for now and see you in the next video.